What's up everybody, welcome back to Pens and Tea. My name's Carrie and today we're going to be talking about a new fountain pen for me. This is the Leonardo Italiana. I don't really know how to pronounce that. Momento Zero regular. This is not the grande. This is the blue-green finish and it has just stunning material and pretty much visually has everything that I could ask for in a pen. So let's just start at one end and work our way down to the other. So on both actual finials, there is sort of a flat top but has a conical shape here. Then it comes to a silver clip. You can get gold, and in the 2021 versions, you can actually get rose gold, but I chose silver because this is the 2020 version. So it comes down to a silver clip that's kind of wide at the top, narrows down to the bottom, that has the roller ball feature that Delta is very famous for, or was before it went away. So if you pick it up, it kind of rolls. Then you have 3 trim rings on the cap and 1 on the barrel. Tapers down slightly to the end here, separated by 1 silver ring, and then has that conical shaped end. This is actually a blind cap, so you can unscrew it and you can access the converter that's on the inside, but we'll get to that in a minute. On the barrel itself, you won't be able to see here, but you'll be able to see in the close-up. It says Leonardo Italiana number 5536. So it's not like a special edition or anything like that. It's the regular one. They just keep numbering them until they decide to stop making them, and then it's done. It could be sold for decades. It could be sold for another month. Who knows? Basically, whenever they decide. Screw cap. You get the silver trim, a fairly substantial step down, but it's so far back that you don't feel it. Really shallow threads here. And then SBR Brown, Stephen Brown, says that this looks really awkward to him, this sort of like slant down here, which I suppose it does, but I also agree with him in that it is exceptionally comfortable. Then it comes down to a medium steel nib, which again you'll be able to see in the close-ups, and a plastic feed. Fits beautifully in my hand. It's perfectly weighted. You can post it if you wish, but I do not. It just is stunning. Twist the body to reveal a cartridge. And by cartridge, I mean converter. It's a standard international converter, but it is Leonardo branded with this extra sort of metal sleeve here. I prefer still to take off the body to fill the whole pen rather than just the blind cap to access the tip of the converter, but you have both options. I don't like to do it because I get a much better grip on the converter if I can hold the entire thing rather than just the tip. But that option is there for you. I did use it once just to prime the feed, just for funsies, but it's not really something that I would utilize, but is a feature if you choose. So I think this pen is absolutely stunning. What I appreciate is that this, like, it's so smooth. I love it. I absolutely love it. I also love the fact that no matter how you put the body back together, the imprint is always on top that lines up with the nib. My only thing, and this is just a little OCD, is that when you put the cap on, the cap doesn't always align. So I like to have the clip aligned with the engraving as well. And that does not do it regardless of how you put it on. I've found out that if I hold the writing at the top and hold the clip away from me and then twist the body, then it perfectly aligns. So I can do it now every time. But that I think would be the only thing that would make this a perfect pen from a visual build standpoint, is if that aligned perfectly every time. But let's jump into some writing samples and I'll show you what this beauty can do. Okay, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. That wasn't a skip, by the way. That was just like me being dumb and not actually hitting the paper. I did forget to mention in the previous section that the converter is threaded into the body so that if you do access it through the blind cap, you don't have to worry about it getting pulled out. The ink for today is Lamy Blue, and by blue I mean turquoise. My brain is shot, guys. It's been a day at work. Anyways, very wet pen, which I like a lot. And this is also a fairly wet ink, which I also like a lot. You're not really gonna get much in the way of line variation. This is a fairly stiff nib, and for being a medium nib, I would say it's on the broader side of medium. It's well tuned. It does write under its own weight. Fast writing keeps up no problem. And the shocker of the day, it actually does very well with reverse writing. It doesn't feel super duper scratchy, definitely more feedback, but it certainly keeps up. So you can get from like a beefy medium to an actually fine nib, which is really cool. I like this pen a lot. I really like the way that it sits. Sorry if you heard that. You know, I don't live alone. So this is what I was saying, how like with the Leonardo logo here, if you hold the clip facing away from you and then you twist, then it lines up. But otherwise it doesn't, and that kind of grinds my gears a little bit. Just purely a OCD thing. I think if it did that automatically, then it would be absolutely stunning. It is on the more expensive side for, you know, like a resin pen with a you know, converter and steel nib and all that kind of stuff. I forget the actual cost, so I will put it at the bottom. But to me, I mean, if you compare it to any other smaller brand that makes, you know, acrylic pens essentially with steel nibs, it's actually less expensive than something like, you know, possibly even an Edison or a Canalea pens or things like that. So I really like it. I also have this pen coming up. You'll see a review of this very shortly, and I actually have 2 Grandes on the way as well. So I'm really digging the Leonardos, and I hope you do too. So do I recommend it? Heck yeah. So if you like this pen and this video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet done so already. Every Monday and Friday there's new videos. Every Q&A that I do end up doing is on Tuesdays usually. But guys, the only thing that's consistent is I'll see you next time. Bye.